Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Count Christo and this is the Baptism or War campaign for Holy Fury. We are the Empire of Sweden and we have just noticed, or rather I have just noticed, that Lapland can be a kingdom. So congratulations Lapland, you exist. Always something worth congratulating people on. And I'm going to give it to my Count Eric. Seems good. He's not the best character, but he is of my dynasty, which means we want to give him... Norderreich. That's not quite the name I read a second ago, but there you go. Congratulations, we are now looking pretty good. And I think I am, in fact, going to give Norway away. So, Duke Ragnvald the Just of Adger. You look pretty great to me. Pious man? Quite pious. His heir is that guy, which would be a bit of a problem. So we probably shouldn't give it to him. How about you? Viken? Betrothed to a homosexual? You should probably break that betrothal, mate. That's not going to be best for your future realm. He's an up-and-coming lad, but with good guidance. Here, Duke, you have been tutored by me long enough. My niece will complete your tutelage. I am going to tutor this young boy. Duke Torsten, I will teach you the true ways of a Catholic man, and you will rule well in Norway. The alliance has broken down, that's fine. Congratulations, the new King of Norway. Hail, the 4 kingdoms of the Swedish Empire. Sweden, Norway, Norderreich, and Finland. Excellent, excellent. So that makes realm management much simpler, because you just deal with the kings, usually. And if you deal with the kings, stuff's okay. Gotland is actually really powerful right now. Why does Gotland have... Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it just has trade routes down here. But Gotland is pretty darn strong. But as those kingdoms stabilize, they're likely to become the most powerful places. And look how loved we are. Why do you dislike me so much? Because you want to be on the council? You are a double duke. This is the guy that came and swore fealty to me. But not the biggest fan of me. Huh. Well, could make you an advisor. Seems fitting, does it not? We could make... Who else an advisor? My heir. Let's make my heir an advisor. We can't, because he's buried under someone else. Okay. Don't really need another advisor right now. Do need, I've just remembered... Well, first off, wow, you've got some good combat stats. Anyone else? No one else, really. Much to speak about. Let's just give it out to a couple of chaps, just for the sake of having the extra prestige in the realm and having people at our beck and call when we need them. I think we should make an advisor. Sure, well... I don't know. Is there anyone really outstanding? There's a 22 marshal. We've already got 21. I mean, it's pretty close, isn't it? Sure. Just give it to a yes man. Bjorn, you may not be my heir, but you are reigning well over in Finland. Much of the land is being converted. Excellent. You are coming to swear fealty to me again? Okay. It's not easy to suffer the sight of him for even a short moment. Is this how you present yourself to your emperor? Potentially shaming him into submission. We're glad for your visit. Yeah, no, how dare you? What did I say wrong? I think I know what I said wrong. I shamed him. So here's a double duke. I demand Gavelkind. You're already on Gavelkind. You're already on Gavelkind. Good. Is the other one on Gavelkind? Yes, so these will get split up upon his death. Probably. My nephew is an underhanded rogue. And of course, we'll make him charitable. And now his betrothal can come good. Arrange the marriage. Excuse me? You, good sir? Arrange the marriage? No? Where's my betrothal pop up? Strange. As he's growing older, I can see he could use some guidance in my experienced areas. No, he must learn on his own. I'm not prepared to give up stuff to tutor him. He's created... Oh, hello! Our vassal has expanded on his own. Taking a bunch of land in a holy war. So what's our policy going to be about our vassals expanding in terms of just staying to the historical borders? I think we basically have to just accept it. If we don't do it, it won't be very fast. So I don't really mind that much. But if we like manually revoked all these places every time my vassals expanded, it would get a little crazy. I'd love one of you to deal with Kola and Kemi though. So what else should we put our money towards right now? We could build a new holding. Did we ever upgrade? Yeah, there's a little bit of upgrades there. Oh, that's right. We have the cool new, what's it called? Guarded route? Garrisoned roads. Yeah, which upgrade? What's the tier 2 one? Stone roads. That's awesome. Right, this city needs some advancement as well. Lots of... okay. All the new cities we built, I never actually put much money into. That one looks like it's growing okay on its own. We should keep upgrading those with the financial upgrades and the other little sub-holdings in our realm too, just so that they can... So they kind of have... Oh, we should always build the roads first. Just so they have the potential to grow on their own, generating lots of nice wealth in this region. Duchy that we will never create. Okay. Well, I mean, sad as it kind of is, maybe time for you to die, Eric? Because I kind of feel like you've achieved all you can in your life. Now I just need you to die and become a saint, and then I will live happy. Was my son baptized? No. I don't know how you get people baptized. What's the Pope's opinion on me right now? He's pretty pleased with me. He wouldn't give me money because I'm so wealthy. I could request a divorce. We do still have that CB, the Catholic Liberation CB. We could totally use that on, like, this guy. We do have a non-aggression pact with him right now. But it looks like he's going to be immediately deposed by a good Catholic man. Oh, he's switched to Catholic. Oh, no, sorry, you're the guy here. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be immediately deposed by this guy. We should take our guys home. We should also disband our vassal levies, for goodness sake, because... they're getting a little peeved, some of them anyway. Well, we've got 15,000 men right now. Oh, the Holy Roman Empire is once again whole. You want to let me invade him? No, because I already control a vast realm. Yeah, fair enough. You could excommunicate him, though. He has no vassal. He has no anti-pope. Interesting. Well, you could request the excommunication. It could be fun. Oh, hey, cool. He holds the papacy and the Kingdom of the Papal States, which is the actual de jure one. That's interesting, mechanic. We could do another Teutonic War, the Northern Crusade target, you know. Show... Who are the options again? Right, show this lad down here who's boss. Oh, there goes Denmark. Denmark no longer exists. And probably won't for a while. This guy will probably create Denmark after a bit, once they, if they can reunify this region. We could put some more money into retinues, yeah? It's all about those housecarls, whatever. What just happened? Oh, he didn't get deposed. Good, he's just warring internally. People are trying to kill my son. Probably my other son, if we're being honest. He's actually my kinsman, not my son. Oh, he's your heir. That's questionable. You need to grow up and have kids. Very, very urgently. Well, that guy is going to murder the bejesus out of you. Oh, he's of age. Start having kids. Well, maybe not yet. She's still 15. Wait a little while. So what could we do now while we're waiting for the next big crusade? When can we have another crusade, by the way? I'm sure there was a way to see this. Yeah, another crusade can be called in 4 years. Ho, ho. Oh, rum. Split by massive revolt right now. King Eric of Nordreich tried to have me assassinated because he's trying to kill the prince. Expose him immediately. End your plot. How dare you? Outrageous behavior. So Norway, I'm not too pleased that you have this land down here in Estonia, because I would like to take the rest of this bit of Estonia for myself and establish an Estonian king subject to the glorious crown of Sweden. How is our dynastic prestige, by the way? We have held 9 kingdoms. Pretty good. 66 counties. That's absurd. I think we should probably save up some money. The blessed have passed. Excuse me. I am the blessed. John Svatra lived a pious life. He was beatified. This character has been beatified by the church as a pillar pious exemplar of the faith. Following the example of God, he passed relatively recently, and people have long wondered if he would be considered a true Christian or not. In a large ceremony held in Johann's honour, I didn't notice he's called Johann, to celebrate the life he lived, a virtuous exemplar of a true Catholic, the Pope will write his name among the pious Christians of old. A bastion of piety in his life, a stalwart example in death. Blessed be his name. So he didn't get a bloodline, which is interesting to me. And he doesn't show up as a saint here. I don't really understand how sainthood works. The other thing we could do is go bloodline hunting. Like, who has a bloodline right now? Here they are. There's quite a few. Ragnar, of course. But who sounds vaguely Christian? I mean, us, of course. You sound Christian. You have a bloodline. The bloodline of Bolivav the Cruel. Are there any living members in this bloodline? Is there a way to see that? I believe it was showing here. Yes, living descendants. There's a bunch of living descendants. Despite his involvement in the meld, his older brother, Boleslav, was a tenacious leader who significantly strengthened the Bohemian realm. I think I watched a video about him today. So I guess one way to find it, there's no way for the bloodline to pass outside of his direct dynasty, I believe. God, he had a lot of king's sons. These probably killed each other, I have to imagine. Because it can't pass these guys, right? No, it could pass to her, but it couldn't pass on from her. I think that's right. We're only interested in alive... No, not only landed. Only alive characters that had children. But yeah, these ones won't have the bloodline. Okay, we need to find out. Okay, here's some living people. Do you have the bloodline? She does. Okay. So, now, I haven't played with bloodlines much. We need to figure out... Let's just bookmark her so we don't lose her. I need to figure out how we actually get one of these bloodlines. So there's a 7-year-old girl, Norman lass, with this blood, right? Patrilineal inheritance. This means only male characters can pass on the bloodline to their offspring. And then matrilineal transfer. In addition to normal bloodline inheritance, if two characters are in a matrilineal bloodline, their children will inherit patrilineal bloodlines from their mother, matrilineal from their father. If a child has no known father and their mother has a patrilineal bloodline, the child will inherit it. Okay, so to actually get this bloodline into an heir we play, is that even possible? Because it's patrilineal transfer. I don't think it is. Because if let's say we married her, just go through the different, cases. Let's say we married her to our son. Let's just say, a male member of our dynasty. Normal marriage. The bloodline does not pass. Because it's not going through a matrilineal marriage. And it's not patrilineal. Because obviously she's not the pater. Pater? What's the Latin? Pater? Pater? I can't remember. Pater? I think it might be pater. Well, it makes sense, right? Since it's patrilineal. It is Latin, isn't it? Right? Pater, father? Anyway. So we couldn't get it from her. But if it was a guy... Sorry, if it was matrilineal, they would get her bloodline, but they wouldn't get our dynasty, which means it's no good for us, because we can't play as them. If we got a boy of this bloodline, let's have a look for said young chap. So this guy, for example, if we were to marry him to a woman of our dynasty, matrilineally, would it pass on? The children will inherit patrilineal bloodlines from their father and matrilineal from their father. Right, so no, because it's not a matrilineal bloodline. So if he was in a matrilineal marriage, he wouldn't pass on this patrilineal bloodline. Now, what if it were not a patrilineal bloodline? Now, how do I tell that? I mean, are you a woman? No. I'm just looking for a name that seems female. There we go. Chiefess. 0 living descendants. But if it were a matrilineal, and then matrilineal bloodline transfer, it's just the explanation of how that works. Okay. So, if we had her bloodline in a woman, it means only female characters can pass this bloodline on to their offspring. Okay, so it wouldn't really help it unless we're playing as a woman. Because if we married, let's say her, if she was alive, to a male member of our bloodline, the children would get the bloodline. Their children would get her bloodline, but they wouldn't. The male ones of them wouldn't be able to pass it on. So if we're wanting to play as guys, I don't think we would really be able to do it. I have heard people say if you play as like an all-female dynasty, or at least all your rulers are female, you can stack bloodlines incredibly easily. Seems ill-advised. Raiders. Seems extremely ill-advised. My Huskarls are ready to meet you. There must be more than life to this, and I will go and find it. Uh-oh. Do we still have something from the third column? We do, because we're humble. Good. We've got to die soon before we stop being eligible to be a saint. I'm really hopeful that known murderer isn't going to prevent us from being a saint. It's not going to go away for quite a while. Alright, they've been scared off. We'll stand down our men. What was that? We built something in the Hastings tribe, so we'll continue upgrading it. We don't really need to worry about the shipbuilder. So, we can't really bloodline hunt. What else could we do? We could establish tributaries. We have Majesty 4, don't you know? So if we went to war with Poland, there are extort tribute and establish tributary state. Okay. So if we extorted a tribute, they break 3 on the death. It's fun because you get a lot of income, but it's very short term, so I'm not that pleased with it. Tributary states, however, they would pay you tribute in the form of gold and soldiers. So you get 20% of their income, 15% of their levy reinforcement. They only break free if we are not independent, not going to happen. Less realm size, probably not going to happen. Decline a defensive call to arms, we can just not do that. We can't call them to war, which is unfortunate, but they will still join crusades and things. They have a possibility of a peaceful outcome. So that could be good. Well, Poland is our immediate neighbor, right? It would make sense to bring them under our sway as a part of the outlying regions of the Kingdom of Sweden. I don't know how much threat making tributaries gives you. It would be a good opportunity to learn. So, a queen sits on the throne of Poland, and Sweden says, no, we're not into that kind of thing. We're going to establish a tributary state. She's weak. She's 57, without a husband. She has got a male heir, but she's a weak leader, a lunatic. Okay, there we go. That's our excuse. Step 1, excommunicate her. No. Very close to being a yes, though. Gifts to the Pope, as always, are ludicrously expensive. We can't vassalize the Pope. We don't need to nominate bishops. Pope man, Poland, I think we're just going to make you our tributary state. Turn off... Turn off any rally points. I don't have any rally points set? I swear I did. Huh. Rally up all the men and all the vassals' boats. Hop on the boats. It's now going to be much easier to move people around because we have a bunch of kingdoms, which always makes it enormously more convenient. Grab all the boats. Rally here, please. Men rally down a bit. Boats rally here. You guys still on the boats. There we go. Sorted. Northern Crusade. We don't really need to do that, though. He's trying to see the queen. You're trying to kill your wife. She's pregnant. With presumably your child. Maybe not his child, and that's why he's so mad. That would make sense. And by make sense, I don't mean justify it. Before you get on my case. Alright, all you guys. Come on. Boats. Rally. The Polish are landing in our capital? Poland. That's really dumb. Why did you do this? Well, I guess we go smash them. Is that all my men? Yeah, I thought I had 14,000. Oh, there we go. There's some fresh troops. And we only need about half this many boats. No point making our vassals overpay needlessly. You will always have gold to build more tanks. Or whatever they call them. Armored chariots and all that kind of stuff. Generally very cool. A couple of easy victories to begin with here against Poland will see us on the right path. Oh, he's being caught. Nice. It's going to be convenient. Slowed him down long enough for us to get to him. And there we go. Decisive battle indeed. 5,000 marching up from the south. 6,000 marching up from the south. Okay. Did you by any chance hire some mercenaries? She does have the money for it. Yep, she hired some mercenaries. And another armoured chariot. Good. Flee. That's right. Flee from me. You coward. I'll see you in your homeland. We land at Stettin. Fortify the river. Do not allow her to leave. The vassal boats can stand down, so we're not needlessly wasting our vassals' money. Aha! We got you stuck on the wrong side of the... oh, crap. Which is this one? I know the Elba. I know the Vistula. What's that one called? Yes, of course. Always pray and meditate. Nice. We might get diligent. Are we not already diligent? We're actually not. Huh. Oh, hello. Attrition? Very low attrition. What's the attrition caused by? Attrition from out of supply. Right, we need to occupy some land. Get some supply. That is how that works, right? It's like distance from occupied land. She's going after our homeland. Interesting. Well, we may wish to head north. She is dangerous, don't forget. That's includes hired troops, which means lots of decent infantry. Let's rally out the boats. Finish the siege. Ooh, bit of attrition here. 13,000? I thought it was higher than that. My bad. Quick, get on the boats before we take another tick. Ah, I got one more tick. Oh well. We'll come up here. We'll be at half morale very briefly, but we can't allow her to siege down our capital. Glad I invested in that extra layer of fort defense, that's for sure. We can usurp the High Chiefdom of Estonia, finally, which I will do. And I'll give it to the other guy in the end, because this one went to Denmark. Once we make him a king, he'll probably at some point find a weakness in Denmark that allows him to get it back. We smash into them in the home terrain of Upland. Easily smashing the Polish defences. Probably capped out war score from battles already. No, not quite. We will entirely annihilate her. War for Pskov. Oh, hello. They're at war with the North. No, wait, against... Hey, against Estonia. Cool, go for it. My friend, my son, will you join the war, my gouty son? He does! Nice. Doodle-doo-doo. House England tribe. Still upgrading. Capital. Could do with a little more. More Huskarl training grounds. Make my retinues indestructible. I want glorious Swedish. I was going to say Swedish pagans. You can tell what I'm listening to today. Not Swedish pagans. Swedish warriors. Good Catholic Swedish warriors. Right. A few more sieges here should see us right. One stay there. Good. They will obviously re-raise their levy because I stack wiped them. But that's okay. My granddaughter, you will focus on stewardship. We must have stewards to cater to this glorious realm of ours. What else could we be doing right now? We could be converting these counties, but I think it causes unrest, doesn't it? Yeah. It's probably not worth it. How long does the revolt risk last? 2 years? It's not that bad, actually. And with suppressed revolts, we could annihilate it. So yeah, let's do it one province at a time, using our councillor each time to stop it. He's not taking care of him. He scarcely eats anything. I'm going to warn him as politely as I can. But he's trying to eat some more food, so he's not going to be malnourished anymore. A wise choice. Alright. RIP. Poland. Pretty much already won. The Blessed have passed. Blessing yet another person? How dare they bless another person before it's me? It's my turn. I want to be a saint. Outrageous behavior. Alright. There we go. We win. The Queen of Poland bends the knee to the clearly superior Sweden, which is going to result in the map looking a little weird in a second. Wait for it. Sweden! Welcome to southern Sweden. New ambition? See the realm prosper for the last 5 years of our lives? Sure. Whoops, I forgot to actually let these guys board. Head up north. Exquisite. The men can stand down, as can the boats. Spectacular. Do tributaries feed into retinues? They do not. But we are now receiving tribute. 33 ducats yearly from Poland. Nice. Now, to make the rest of the world our tributary. To get ludicrous income. And once they're all a tributary, I think your tributaries can't declare war on each other. Maybe they can. I don't remember. But we need to make everyone a tributary to get loads of money to fuel the glorious northern economic powerhouse. You must excuse me for just 20 seconds and I shall return. Returned. It wasn't even 20 seconds. I've been informed that my girlfriend will be home soon, so I was opening the red wine. All right. What shall we do next? Honestly, I just want to die and become a saint. Still not showing up in the saints menu. Hey, Pope, can I have a promise that you'll make me a saint when I die? Probably not, right? Unfortunately. We could also use our... I would like to spend some more of this prestige getting House England sorted. So we could oversee construction there to speed along this construction. Any other ambitions? We've got the Crusade starting in not very long. Where do I hover? Here. Right. Is that the 11th of the 12th month? We're ill! Sharp pains in your abdomen cause you to clutch at your stomach at 71 years old. Emperor Eric might be becoming ill. In his final years, he turned to something which doesn't give health. Carousing. But we're not actually going to go carousing because it might make us a drunkard. I just intentionally lowering our health. We have a headache. We didn't appoint that court physician. Eric knows that when God says it's your time to go, it's your time to go. He's lived a long, happy, prosperous life. It's time for Eric to say his final goodbyes to the freaking flu. The flu isn't going to do it. Well, it might do it, actually. We are 75, sorry. But he knows the succession is safe in Kolbjorn, who he should teach more virtues to. He can't, because you're going to do it to them once each, right? I don't like that. You should be able to do it to each of your kids multiple times, I think. Well, is the flu going to take us? Let's see. Oh, we also have an artifact which gives health. I don't want to destroy it, but we could give it to our son. Be risky, because if he died with someone else's heir, I might not be able to get it back. But no, my son, I feel the life ebbing from me. Christ is calling me to his side. Have this holy face of Jesus. It was received to cure me of illness, but this illness will be my last. Congratulations on your imminent ascension to the throne of Scandinavia. He accepts the splendid object. All right, time to go, Eric. I feel better though. See, the thing is, it's time for me to go. There's no real way for me to force myself to die. Norwegian de jure war over Orkney. Excellent. Finally bringing it to Queen of Orkney. Excuse me. Training grounds has been built. Excellent. Do we want to bother building the Market City level 3? Probably not. So congratulations, House England. Finally. Not make my capital. You are a castle in full standing. The last tribal holding gone from de jure Sweden, I believe. Yes, indeed. Magnificent. Now all we need to do is die. Would you stop plotting, my man? Look, I'll teach you a virtue so you stop it. Okay, these guys all adore me. My high diplomacy is plenty to sway him. We don't need you as special interest anymore. Well, almost time for that crusade. I suppose going out? Yes! Ha ha ha! That's how it shall be. That is how it shall be. No flu is sufficient for King Eric to go out. He may be a Christian man of peace, but that doesn't mean he'll merely stand by and watch as the squabbling Islamic hordes, heretics and Shias battle over the Holy Land. He doesn't go to war to crusade just because he wants territory or anything like that. I mean, first off, let's just marry off our daughter to someone. Give me a second. We shall return to your regularly scheduled religious propaganda in a moment. Yes, you'll do. He doesn't claim the Holy Land for prestige. He doesn't claim it for riches. He claims it to protect it from the ravages of war. An architect, Eric merely wants to build a great big wall around the Holy Land and prevent all of this squabbling from damaging the holiest places. What a fantastically timed event. You see, a safe peasant is a productive peasant, and this also applies to the Holy Land. Therefore, without further ado, given a little bit more time, we will declare a glorious crusade for Jerusalem. And it will be marvelous, and all will be well. We're just waiting for the 11th of December. And we will, of course, personally... There we go, we can do it. Oh, it's November, okay. Request invasion. No, by what I mean by that is request crusade. Where do I do this? Is it not here? How do you call crusades these days? Hey, Pope man, it's time. Let's do this thing. One title can be usurped. Hey, nice. Another kingdom enters the ranks. There we go. King Torsten of Estonia. Excellent. And you will become my vassal whether you like it or not. Hey, Pope man, it's time for a crusade. Call for an invasion. No, this isn't the right one. Normally it was just under declare war. Is it because he's too distant? Is that why I can't call a crusade? Well, hopefully someone else will call a crusade. I mean, I feel like they usually do call it, like, pretty much like clockwork. You want me to extend the festivities for your coronation? Sure. Sounds fun. Pope man, while you're in the north, crowning my new king, would you mind calling a crusade on this guy? I'm just asking for a friend. Please? Please. We need a crusade. The people call out for it. Sweden is ready. Sweden has been preparing for many years. Oh, Sumanusko revolt. Never mind. Sweden needs much more time to prepare. Now we have this huge revolt of 2,000 men. Get on the boats. Thank you. I love being able to raise... Oops. Where are my boats at? And there's no fleet levies in all of Norway? Really? Oh, right, because I raised them over here by mistake. In fact, that's quite funny. You can just raise the Norway's men over here. Alright, hop on the boats. Head over here. We need a crusade, Pope man. It's time. Stop sucking. It's time. Count Christo 2018. He's retreating. Don't do that. Alright. The Miaphysite Faith Triumphant. Faith Triumphant. Ooh, Northern Crusade. Second Teutonic War for Smolensk. Oh, hello. Teutonic state expanding a bit. Cool. Got quite a few men at their disposal. So event-spawned men, some glorious knights heading to the Holy Land. We win. I get a bunch more piety. You guys can stand down. Come on, we need a crusade. If I decide, if I look to someone more proximate, could I request it there? Let's have Valor CV to declare war. But what about the Crusades though? How about you? Almoravids. You must be proximate enough. No, but I don't have a valid CV. Pope man! Holy Fury. How to call a crusade. Tell me. How to call a crusade in Holy Fury. Depends if you're reformed. Yes, yes. I am definitely reformed. Safe search is blocking my Holy Fury stuff. No. It's just Reddit. Okay. I swear you used to be able to call it. Like, manually. Well, Google isn't immediately helping me. I know it's not the most entertaining thing just to watch me Google, so not even watch, but have it happen on a separate screen. Perhaps I should pursue the title. My eyes were set on a title, but Spymaster advised me to forget about it. No. I'm not going to keep following my wife's advice. I don't mind not being ambitious. I just want to be a saint. It's not that ambitious, is it? To be venerated as one of the foremost members of Catholicism? Pope, man! Call the crusade! Do it! I could win it single-handedly. You don't believe me? Look at all these holy orders. I could. We probably couldn't. But we might. If we had enough. I still don't know how you call it. I mean, once it gets... Maybe it's because these Northern Crusades are ongoing. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting, either way. I think maybe you have to wait for the Pope to call it. And then once he does, you can try and sway him to your new target. Because in the olden days, you used to be able to call it personally. Maybe you're feeling a bit poor, Pope man. I'm not going to give you 500 ducats, though. The Norwegian Icelandic Excommunication War. What have you been doing up there, Iceland? Iceland now split four ways. Didn't it used to be two? I think it used to be two before the... What was the patch accompanying Holy Fury called? Do they name CK2 patches? I'm not really up to date on CK2 stuff. You want my granddaughter or my son to get married? No. It's a terrible idea. We need to spread this dynasty to a stupid number of members. Marry this Sunni guy. He'll guide us on our path to Jerusalem. Okay, anyone else need upgrading? Yes, you, quite urgently. Require more walls. You require a better port, just to get the wealth creation going in these provinces. I know I've explained that a number of times, but I mean, the reasons haven't changed, so. Could get more housecarl training grounds in our other main holdings as well. I think I'd rather focus on income, though. It just feels like it has the best payoff. Going for the income buildings. Alland too, yeah. Good. Still want to keep, you know, a war chest ready at all times. So if this crusade could ever get called, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I have a claim on rum. I suspect we're going to war with rum right now wouldn't be the best idea. I love how big the Sultanate of Rum's font gets just because of the number of letters. They're going to be a worthy opponent. Oh, hey, the heck just happened there? Was that a Hungarian civil war that ended, I suspect? Cool. Hungary's getting pretty big. Pushing into here. Byzantium hasn't lost a huge amount of ground to Rum, but if they can't get over their internal conflicts, you know they will. Yeah, not sure about that, Byzantines. You need to sort stuff out. What about laws? We could pass some laws now. We don't want free investiture. We are a good Catholic man. Royal heritage is already illegal. That's really good. We could go to late succession. So we can always interfere with their wars. But honestly, I'm fine with feudal. We could shift church obligations towards cash. Could be good. Could switch nobles. But honestly, I like balanced nobles stuff, really. We could go lower. Well... yeah, I like balanced, honestly. Because they give you quite a few men, and you know, you need the tax. Council stuff is fine. It's time for me to visit Gastricland. Nice. That's what we should be putting money into. I'm a fool. We need to start working on our hospitals. Quite urgently. Oh, hello. Speaking of our hospitals, we've got a cough. It might be time. Might be time for Eric to leave us and go and join the saints. I believe. I believe it's time. The Lord sent me a very clear vision that it was the previous illness, but it's actually this one. There he goes! Eric. Mighty Eric has given up the ghost. He died clenching his gut. Known as a pious man, Eric spent many of his years studying the ancient scriptures and learning all there is to know about God. Eric, you will be sorely missed. He's left us. Emperor Kolbjorn, a renowned man, dignitaries from far and wide, will surely bow before him. Long live Emperor Kolbjorn. Long live Emperor Kolbjorn. Indeed. He's had a change of heart. He's changed his hat. Now he's the emperor. That's excellent news. Where's my... there it is. We could go to the barber. I'm not sure that beard is regal enough. There we go. You become an emperor. You get a new beard. There we go. Looks good. I think bald suits you, though. So, we are in the Dominican order already. We have 2 children. One who is 12, up-and-coming lad. My wife is a gay, uncouth lady. Pope man, I request a divorce. No. Because I have not been crowned. It's a good point. Pope man, I gift you a saint's fingerbone. And in exchange, I would like to be crowned. It's probably not a good idea. Let's deal with the council here. So, how do people like us? They adored my father. My father? It was my father. So they should like me a bit as well. Yeah, opinion of predecessor. Holy Christ. It tracks, oh my god. Opinion of predecessor tracks greater than 100 values. I didn't know that. That's amazing. Plus 91 opinion of predecessor. Because isn't it half that it gives you? So it must be tracking 107. So because these people loved our predecessors so much, they absolutely freaking adore us for the next year. Which is going to give us time to stabilize here. Wrong type of holding. We own some land over here directly. Bizarre. Of course, we immediately get a defensive pact. Here, you know what? Estonia. You can have this. That's fine. Where else do we have a wrong type of holding? Up here. That's fine. Finland. Bjorn. Bjorn. Second place prize. I get Sweden. You can have this little province. We also need to be crowned. Now, Pope Man, we have a bunch of money. Not a huge amount of money. So I think we'll wait a little bit to be able to afford the bribe the Pope will probably need to get us crowned. In terms of who our Chancellor should be, remember that the opinion predecessor will wear off. So it's still important that we appoint the right type of person to our council. I think we're pretty well covered. Once Torsten is of age, he might want to be on the council. Let's see what we can do to tutor him. No, he's not willing to become my ward. Interesting. In terms of a successor, who would we like right now? Well, obviously they have to be of our dynasty. King of Estonia. He's okay. He's only got the one leg, which I agree is a little bit of a downside, but it's not necessarily a disqualifying factor. King of Norway is only okay. Prince of Finland, really not shaping up to much yet. I think it is the one-legged King of Estonia. Bit old, but we're hopeful that we can have a new generation before he becomes a big issue. In terms of a focus, I would love to switch to theology. It's time for us to go. Yes. And we are already a member of the Dominican order, which I'm not sure about. I would like to have some kids. So I think we're going to leave the Dominican order. Leave society. Yes. My rank is forfeit. What should we do instead? We might be a member of the Hermetic Society for a bit. Does make temple vassals dislike us. So maybe instead we'll be societyless for a little bit. New important decisions. We can go on a pilgrimage. Yes, we will do this first to make the Pope like us. We will also, I think, immediately donate... Well, no, it's too expensive. It's too expensive. Let's... Well... No, let's not do that yet. By indulgence for my sins. Yes, Pope Man. Love me. I am going to visit Jerusalem. And tell the Pope that what I found there was a horrible nest of villainy. Glory to God. Glory to God. Yes, indeed. I'd love an indulgence. My journey begins. No more runestones, as we already know. Deep in the night. 10%, 30% chance we get brave. Not brave yet. So I don't know when the tick will happen to maybe make him a saint, but I sincerely hope he does. Can we nominate him? Like nominate for sainthood? Don't think so. I'm not going to lose kind, of course. Preparing a small feast. Discuss theology. Yeah, learning. Yeah, we got it. Jerusalem, oh Jerusalem. So, Emperor Kolbjorn, what kind of man are we? Or more specifically, what kind of brave Christian knight are we? So we've got the same two things. We're not a very intriguing man. We're a bit paranoid. We are ambitious. Okay, we're a socializer. That's unfortunate. We play for money. Hail to the Emperor. Still need to get coronated. Oh, I didn't appoint anyone for my heir in Sweden. Same guy. The one-legged Estonia man is my pick. Yes, and they're all voting with me. A great experience. We are a pilgrim. Fantastic. So Pope Man is now a big fan of me. Call a coronation ceremony. Only the Pope is fit to crown me. And we're going to have a big coronation service. Ceremony, even. This is breaking from my pure heavy infantry retinue, but I'm not going to disband light cavalry. They're expensive. He wishes me to donate 350 to get him to come. I concur. It will be an extravagant ceremony. You're darn right it will. Of course. We'll have an extravagant ceremony. We are going to be broke for a little bit. Now, do we have any prisoners? Yes. Well, there's 10 gold right there. A curious visitor came to my court, a wandering scholar, hearing news of my coronation. Gain 2 learning. Wow. Yes, please. We need a court physician, by the way. You will do. Master of the horse. Yes, absolutely. Of course, yes. My loyal heir will be my cupbearer. A new commander. No one looking too exceptional. Now would be a good time to strike. Prince Carl the Holy of Sweden. I don't need to strike at him. He's my half-brother. Fostering good relations with one's neighbours is paramount. Or proper handling of a realm's finances are fundamental. Well, we can look at our father, the builder, as the man that developed the economic base. We are going to look outward. My father began this project with his acquisition of Red Sweden. But we are going to look outwards, so I'm going to foster diplomacy. And we need some more legalism. Kingdom viceroys could be funny. Bit silly, though. Doesn't really help much. Could go tolerance. Trying to get those women laws. Could get another bit of prestige gain. But noble customs... You struggle to convince me noble customs isn't the best pick there. Okay. You want to become a Knight of Kaltrava? I'd rather you didn't. But I also love piety. So yes, I accept. Hey! I kneel before Pope Benedictus as a host of vassals surrounds us in complete silence. The Pope blesses me for placing the imperial crown on my head and proclaiming me the Emperor of Sweden by grace of God. Crowned by the Pope. There's my crown. He had a spare one for the wife. Look at that. Nice. So he should now love us. Apart from the fact that we owe money to the Jewish moneylenders. But fair enough. It was money I gave to you. You should really come around to the idea once I point that out. Okay, so how is the revolt risk over here? Is it settled down now? This is a very long episode, I'm aware. My girlfriend told me not that long ago that she'd be home soon. So I figured I might as well do a just keep recording until she got here. It's been 40, 50 minutes, so just enjoy the long episode. I'm not going to end it until she gets back. Right, we of course want to set our crown focus in the capital. Almost no longer broke, which would be nice. And some more tech. Yet more military retinues, perhaps. More heavy infantry to avoid that ahead of time penalty. Could also be good. Let's do that. Boost up our glorious housecarls. A new spy master. A loyal and intriguing man. Fabulous. You can go back to administer realm. You can go back to organize the army. Fantastic. Back in the green. And not too many, if any, actually, negative events during our period of negative income. Very nice indeed. Okay. Can we have a crusade now? Crusade? Please? Pope Man? Crusade? We talked about it at the coronation. You said it was a great idea. Let's get it started, baby. Go on a crusade. Crusade against... I don't care. Crusade against these guys. Crusade against anyone. Please. The Pope can call for a crusade. But I thought we could request it. Oh, excuse me? Assassins? My courtier stumbled past me, bleeding profusely from a dozen stab wounds. He collapses in a pool of blood at my feet. He gasps with his last breath. The Hashashin. Uh-oh. Are the Hashashins trying to kill me? But I was a joke. The crusade thing? You didn't take that seriously, did you? Uh-oh. Apparently the Hashashins are on my case. Let's pay back these Jewish moneylenders. Upland prospers. Nice. Yeah, pay that loan. I always like having the... Oh! It happens! Eric Alfonso lived a pious life, truly following an example of God. He passed the 23rd of December, 1162, and people have long wondered if he would be considered a true Christian or not. A large ceremony is held in Eric's honor by the Pope to celebrate the life he lived. A virtuous exemplar of a true Catholic, the Pope will write his name among the pious Christians of old. A bastion of piety, a stout example in death. Blessed be his memory. Yes. Yes. The recognition we deserve. Blessed Eric, the architect of Sweden. The blood of blessed Eric. Hell yeah. So that doesn't start a bloodline? Or maybe one of the ways you can start a bloodline is by getting made a pope? I don't know. How's our threat, by the way? Down to 4%, which means basically everyone is abandoning the league against us. Time for some construction upgrades. Or maybe, I mean, we've got very low. Sure, we'll bump these. Keep it a bit even. So, he was made a saint. I thought that was going to give him a bloodline. But oh well, still very cool. How else can we get a bloodline? We can get the Crusader King bloodline. That would be fun. Which I think is just win a crusade, personally. We're not going to get sympathy for the Muslim religions. We are a pious man. Okay, well, we could try and make, while we're waiting, could try and make the HRE our tributary state. That could be fun. We do only have 12,000 men. Our marshal is quite a bit lower than previous kings. We could get some others at first, like England perhaps, or Scotland might be an easy target. Yeah, making Scotland our tributary could be good. It would be quite cheap. They do have an alliance with France. France is not that strong, though. We could attack them next, honestly. Sure, Scotland, you don't make much money, but I want to spread the tributary state. We will unify Christendom under Sweden, just not under direct rule, because as everyone knows, the Pope has ordained the de jure borders. They must remain. But if everyone has to send a little bit of money to Sweden, there's nothing wrong with that. We also need to divorce our wife. The Pope adores us, so we will be able to do that now. Let it be known that Emperor Kolbjorn, son of a saint, is looking for a wife. A strong woman. She's chaste, though. We ideally would like a lusty lass. Lusty homosexual, unfortunately they kind of cancel each other out in terms of fertility. Ooh, a quick courtier in Milan could go a long way. A strong courtier in Sicily. De Hauteville, famous family. She looks pretty good, honestly. Strong does have the fertility bonus. Let's go with her. We're prepared to wait. That's fine. A woman fit for a king. Are there any other women that exist in the world that we would rather have? So, lusty lasses, for example. Youthful lusty lasses. Anyone? We should probably go at least my religion group. She's not bad in terms of stats. Are there any geniuses, just first off? No one youthful. The quick. Ooh. She's got the fertility and the quick. But I think the fertility is more important, honestly. No unmarried strong adults. The fertility is so important just because it gives you more options. You know, it gives you more tries at a successful heir. I think we'll go with the one we found for now. Hey, there we go. Looks like... oh no, that's Livonia going after Kola in the north. Okay. Well, with the beatification of our father and me hearing my front door open, it's time for us to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed the bumper-long episode. This was a feature-length Baptism Aurora episode. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.